How's it going everyone? I'm Jacob from Rupee Team Gaming. Last week we did a video on some games that are coming out this November. One of those games is Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days, and as I mentioned in that video, it's one of the games I'm personally most excited about. Even though the game is set to release on November 17th, which is just a week from now, sometimes you just can't wait to get your hands on it already. Luckily, Dear Days just released a demo version so we can get to experience some gameplay in advance. The demo kicks off at the beginning of the main story, where we're introduced to the main character, Yuki Ichidoji, a high school student that excels in both academics and athletics, as well as her not-so-talented younger brother, Rasen Ichidoji. Because of a misunderstanding, Yuki follows her younger brother after school and finds him inside a card shop and learns his secret. He's a card fighter. That's it. But to Rasen, of course, Vanguard is more than just a card game, and challenges his sister to a card fight to help get his point across. This fight serves as a tutorial, and it does a pretty good job of teaching the basics. There is one downside though. The English translation kinda sucks. There are typos and grammatical errors everywhere, which shouldn't be much of a problem, but you will feel kinda bad for new players that are gonna get to learn the game from this tutorial. It makes you realize that the ability to read can be a curse. Hopefully they fix some of that before the game officially releases. So, after losing the tutorial, yes, you lose the tutorial, Yuki gets frustrated that she gets beaten, and because of her competitive spirit, actually gets interested in card fighting. So she talks to the shop owner and asks what other decks are available. This unlocks the shop where we can purchase some starter decks with in-game currency. There aren't any booster packs or crafting available yet at this point, so we won't be able to edit our decks for the time being. We also get to unlock D skills, which are special player abilities, like Yugi's ability to draw into whatever card he needs. But of course, these abilities are only available in story mode because it's technically cheating. So far, you get to unlock two abilities. One gives you a higher probability of getting draw triggers, and the other ensures that you win in rock paper scissors at the beginning of the match, which guarantees that you go first, which for Vanguard is actually pretty OP. Afterwards, you advance in the main story and find your brother trying to get his card back from two strangers. According to them, your brother agreed that whoever loses has to trade their strongest card. Just be grateful you aren't taken to the Shadow Realm, kid. But anyway, Rasen thinks that the deal is unfair and asks for your help in getting the card back. So you challenge them to a card fight, because of course, that's the only way to settle this. Unlike in the tutorial, you have free reign over this fight and you can choose from any of the starter decks that you purchase. This gives you a chance to get familiar with the deck, but more importantly, since we aren't being interrupted by explanations anymore, we get to appreciate the seamless gameplay, clean UI, as well as the visual effects. Sure, the visual effects aren't very flashy, but there's enough of it and enough variation to make you appreciate the simplicity. And personally, I find over-the-top visuals to be too distracting, and if there's an option to turn them off, I do so. So simple, effective, that's good enough for me. After this fight, our opponent leaves, and the remaining person returns Rasen's card and apologizes. You talk for a bit, and after mentioning the name of the shop owner, the stranger asks you to bring him along. Turns out he and the shop owner used to belong in the same team of card fighters, but the shop owner left without saying a word to them. He tries to convince the shop owner to come back, but gets turned down. He then decides to start a new group from scratch and tries to convince Yuki to join, seeing as the shop owner sees some potential in her. Yuki refuses, so of course he challenges you to a card fight, with a condition that if he wins, Yuki will join him in forming the team, and if he loses, he will leave you alone. We beat him, of course. But Yuki decides to help him form the team anyways, with the condition that Rasen also joins cause he did beat her in the tutorial fight, so he should be pretty strong. So of course he's in. Yeah. And that's it. That's where the demo ends. It was pretty short, but it made me really want to play the game even more now. Just one more week, Jacob. Just one more week. So anyways, if you want to give the game a try, the demo version is still available on Steam. The game officially releases on November 17th for Steam and the Nintendo Switch. What are your thoughts on Vanguard Dear Days? Do let us know in the comment section down below. Also, do remember to like and subscribe to the channel to catch more of our future content. That's all for today. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye!